From foreign partnership to emergency care services. This time, the Lagos State government has unveiled and handed over 10 newly procured motorcycle response unit ambulances, popularly called ambulance bikes, to the Lagos State Ambulance Service. The State Special Advisor on Health, Dr. Kemi Ogunyemi, says the initiative is a bold move to cut down emergency response times and improve pre-hospital care across the state.
The brand new motorcycle response ambulance units have been unveiled by the Lagos State government through the Ministry of Health to address emergency cases.
Symbolic handover. This is Mrs. Makinde, Director of LASG, handing over this key.
The motorcycles unveiled in Alaosa, Ikeja are designed to navigate through Lagos traffic, narrow streets and hard-to-reach areas, thereby ensuring quicker interventions in emergencies where minutes can mean the difference between life and death. Knowing the importance of emergency care, the Special Advisor on Health, Dr. Kemi Ogunyemi, described the development as another innovative step that reinforces the state's leadership role in healthcare delivery and emergency preparedness.
We're improving and expanding our emergency services, as you well know. We have an increase in our ambulances. We're recruiting more paramedics. And as you know, Lagos State is growing, and our data shows that obviously there's no state like Lagos that shouldn't have an emergency service, and it's very important that the emergency service is one of quality and working efficiently in our health system. Otherwise, you know, an emergency is an emergency. So when people call the ambulance service, it's an emergency. They're not just calling us for the fun of it. So what we've done is we obviously, like I said, Lagos is actually growing bigger and bigger and expanding, and we have more people coming. We realize that one of the fastest ways to get emergency service to some areas is by having an ambulance service. So the whole point is that the ambulance service will get somewhere quicker than the main ambulance. That's number one. Two, it's not all emergency services that need the whole ambulance crew. Some things can be done right there by the roadside or in the homes or anything like that. So by the time they get there quicker. So we want to be quicker, more efficient, more effective, and that is why we brought about the ambulance service. So people, they'll get there quicker. If they need the ambulance, they radio them and let them know that we need a bigger ambulance service. If they can provide the service right there by the roadside, like I said, or at home, they will do it, and then there was no issue. So we're just being more efficient and more, we have to be cost conscious as well. And as you know, in the Things Plus agenda, the H is for access to affordable and quality care, and that's exactly what we're doing right now. It costs less to have the ambulance, ambu bike, than the actual ambulance. So Mr. Governor has graciously, he looked at the data, he listened to us, and he approved that we should get these ambulances. There'll be more to come, and it will also reach to far-to-reach areas that people are not able to get the ambulance there. And as you know, the roads, the traffic, and all that. So that's why we're here today to launch it. It's the first, I believe, in Lagos as well as in Nigeria as a whole. So all the other states can, follow us, because that's all we do. We lead by innovation, by effective health management, and that's what we're doing. So the people that are going to be riding our paramedics, they're trained. So whatever they need for immediate basic life support care, what you need, like for example, if somebody's bleeding, they'll be able to stop the bleeding. If somebody needs fluids, they can set an IV and start it immediately while waiting for the ambulance. So drugs are there. Everything that you might need for basic, immediate first aid, basically, is what I'm saying. They'll be able to do it. And like I said, they're trained. They're not just bike riders. They are trained to do everything. And then when the ambulance comes, then you can put the patient flat and all that. So no ICU, no anything like that. It's just immediate care that can actually save lives. They'll be able to do that.
The Permanent Secretary from the Ministry of Health, Dr. Olusegun Ogboye, believes motorcycle response units will help LASG officers reach victims faster and stabilize them before getting to the hospital.
The ambulances are part of the LASG response. They are dispatched from the same number. So it's a decision by the person receiving the call whether this is a response that can be managed by an ambu bike or one that needs a fully loaded ambulance to respond to. And the point again is you can get situations where we dispatch both. The ambu bike gets there quicker, stabilizes the patient, the ambulance gets there, picks the patient up. And it's part of the fulfillment of a larger strategic plan for emergency services in Lagos, which includes development of trauma centers, it includes development of ambulance bases for the comfort and easier deployment of our staff. It includes communication systems that work all across the state. It includes data systems that allows them to plan their activities, know where they're taking a patient, know how many patients they've taken, and know what's going on. This data they use to improve their services. So it's part of a whole response. And again, we really have to acknowledge Mr. Governor, who has supported us throughout all this. And just to point out that we also now have at least one boat ambulance. We're planning to get a few more as well. So we have vehicle ambulances, we have bike ambulances, we have boat ambulances, and in the maybe not too near future, helicopters are going to be part of the ambulance response.
LASG is grateful for the support given to them, describing it as a game changer for emergency services.
The ambulance bike will be used properly because it's a long-awaiting innovation expected from the governor, and which he has really done well for us, because as we know, for the road network of Lagos with a lot of traffic, but with this ambu bike now, we have easy access to victims, and then it will improve our response time and to save more lives even before the arrival of the ambulance.
With this latest development in the health sector, the Lagos state government has once again raised the bar in healthcare delivery, positioning itself as a model for innovative emergency response systems in Nigeria and Africa.